So it looks like Katt Williams has a thing or two to say about Kanye West's latest shenanigans at the Grammys, and it looks like Kanye just might be caught up in something way over his head. People thought Kanye would settle down once he got with Bianca, but it seems like things only got more chaotic. The couple had been acting strange for a while, but it all reached a breaking point at the Grammys. Kanye turned heads when he walked the red carpet with Bianca, who was completely nude, drawing a lot of attention for all the wrong reasons. It wasn't just a one-off moment either. Their behavior had been progressively more unpredictable, and this stunt just made it clear how bad things are. But according to Katt, things are creepier than what we know because Kanye's treatment of Bianca is all a part of a humiliation ritual. According to Katt, Kanye has been trying to buy his way back into the favor of the powerful people in the industry after his crash out a couple of years ago. But why is Bianca the one being humiliated and not Kanye? And is Kanye really punishing his ex, Kim Kardashian, through Bianca? The Grammys seem to be getting worse and worse every year because there's always some form of drama going on. We expected the usual chaos and we weren't disappointed, but nobody was prepared for Kanye and Bianca to pull the insane stunt that they did. Allegedly, Kanye wasn't even invited and he pretty much gatecrashed the event, but that wasn't the craziest part. Y'all already know that wherever Kanye is, his boothang is never going to be far behind and she most likely won't be wearing much. Now, we are already used to seeing her in some really controversial outfits that seriously challenge the boundaries of public decency, if you can call them outfits. Like, do y'all remember the time when she attended the Milan Fashion Week runway show, leaving very little to the imagination in her leather one-piece? At the time, it seemed like she was making a bold fashion choice, but things have since gotten more and more disturbing. And I'm talking skin-colored bodysuits, a raincoat with nothing under it, and flesh-colored bikinis and thongs. It has been a lot of exhibition all over the place and people haven't stopped talking. Here's another clip from Milan Fashion Week where she had our jaws on the floor.
C'est la lumière, merde. Putain.
Okay, back to this Grammy fiasco. Kanye may never be invited to one of these again anyway, but that's not the point here. Ever since she got together with Kanye, fans have been calling for someone to save her from him. It was so bad that even her family and friends were super concerned and tried to stage an intervention for her. Reality. An insider said a few of her friends were finally able to reach her, but she wasn't interested in talking, nor was she interested in anyone's concerns for her. If you're wondering why they were so concerned, it's because Kanye is reportedly extremely controlling. According to an insider, Kanye has a set of rules for Bianca, which includes never speak and wear what he wants her to wear. She is also required to eat certain food items and to work out even though Kanye doesn't work out. He has been able to control Sensori completely because he allegedly convinced her that they're royal. She has no mind of her own anymore. But it just doesn't end there, because it turns out that there's more to the story than that. According to Katt Williams, he's allegedly taking orders from the big bosses to continue the humiliation rituals that have become even more open these days. And unfortunately, Bianca is stuck with him and has to do whatever he wants, even if it's walking nude on the Grammys red carpet. Kanye actually tried to defend that, claiming that the red carpet look was inspired by the cover of his Vultures One album, which features Bianca wearing nothing but boots. Except the couple took it a step further, and this time, Bianca didn't even come with boots, she wore nothing. That's hands down one of the craziest things that we've seen at an awards show in a long time, which is saying a lot, because y'all know how messy these awards shows can get. But what if Bianca didn't want to be there? Fans are now speculating that Bianca didn't want to do it because of the strange interaction that went down between her and Kanye before she took off her coat. A video of this drama taken from another angle showed the two of them talking about whether or not they should actually make the scene on the red carpet. It looked like he was commanding her to take off the black fur coat she was wearing even though she didn't want to. A lip reader on TikTok said it seemed like Kanye was telling her where to start from, even though she didn't want to take the coat off at all. Allegedly, he told her, "You're making a scene now. Make a scene. I say it'll make so much sense. Drop it behind you and then turn." At first in the video, it seems like she didn't want to take off the coat, but after a few words, she dropped it and revealed that she was wearing nothing else under. If y'all take a good look at the video, Bianca can be seen shaking her head a little bit, looking a little nervous, but she ended up doing it anyway before Kanye let her out of the venue. It is kind of scary to see that Kanye has that level of control over Bianca. Allegedly, he is making Bianca do all of this because he is obsessed with Kim, and he's manipulating her. Since Kanye and Bianca have been together in 2022, there have been fears that Kanye only married her because she looked so much like his ex-wife, Kim Kardashian. This was not the first time Kanye was with a woman who had features similar to Kim's. After Kanye and Kim split up, every woman that Kanye has been with since then has somehow managed to look like Kim in one way or another. People started noticing it more closely when Kanye was spotted going out with Chaney Jones. She looked like a more tan version of Kim, which even caused some people to mistake Chaney for Kim. Things were already so weird with how Kanye kept going out with Kim's lookalikes. It got incredibly strange when it came out that he was married to Bianca. When the public saw her, everyone thought, "Oh, Kim and Kanye are back together." Imagine the shock when it was revealed that Bianca wasn't Kim. Ever since her first appearance as Kanye's wife, Bianca has been seen in less and less clothes until we finally arrived at where we are, her going full-on nude beach uniform at the freaking Grammys. They didn't stay long though because, again, they weren't invited, and there were reports that they got kicked out of the event. Honestly, who can blame the Grammys? After that stunt though, Bianca was seen again with Kanye when he told paparazzi that they beat the Grammys. Bianca was wearing tights that didn't cover much. She had a jacket on this time, which is ironic considering that she had already flashed the entire world on one of the biggest red carpets. As usual, she said nothing and Kanye did all the talking for her.
What's up, girl? Open up.
What's up,
Go.
Why you asking how it was to beat the Grammys?
How was it to beat the Grammys?
We beat the Grammys.
That fit was cold.
My wife's fit?
Yeah, it was fire. That was,
Tour. Costume tour.
how was the tour, how's the tour, Kanye? I mean, yeah, sorry. It's coming up. My bad, bro.
You back?
Yes, sir.
At this point, it's starting to look like a hostage situation. Rumor has it that the reason behind Bianca parading herself in public like this is that Kanye is trying to make her into a radicalized version of Kim. Get this, sources are saying that he is trying to make her almost like Kim 2.0, forcing her to rebrand. Interestingly, this isn't the first time that Kanye has forced his partners to rebrand based on what he wanted from them. His former partners, including Kim, Julia Fox, and Amber Rose, have said some things about being styled by Kanye. Allegedly, Kanye would tear down their fashion sense and make them feel like they knew nothing about the things they wore. In an episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, Kim said, "I always thought I had really good style until I met my husband and he told me I had the worst style." When Kim won Fashion Icon at the People's Choice Awards, she even thanked Kanye for introducing her to the fashion world. It all seemed very genuine until after their divorce when she truly revealed how his criticisms caused her to have panic attacks. She said, "I got to a point where I would ask him for advice for everything, down to what I wear. Even now I'm having panic attacks like, what do I wear?" After she attended her first Met Gala without Kanye, she admitted that it was both scary and liberating, but that it was fun to do it on her own. Allegedly, it was so bad that Kanye would shame her when she didn't wear what he wanted, like the Thierry Mugler look she wore for the 2019 Met Gala, an old clip that showed Kanye criticizing Kim for wearing a nude look that wasn't even see-through surfaced after Kanye forced Bianca to go nude at the Grammys. People are calling out Kanye on his double standards after they drew comparisons between these two women.
Went through this transition where from being a rapper, like looking at all these girls and looking at my wife, like, oh, my girl needs to be just like the other girls, showing her body off, showing this, showing that. And I didn't realize that that was affecting like my soul and my spirit as someone that's married and loved and the father of like now with about to be 4 kids. Of course, it's like a formal underwear. It's hot. It's like, it's hot for who though?
So like the night before the Met, you're gonna come in here and say that you're not into a corset bag. Give me really bad anxiety. What are you talking about?
Why is that giving you anxiety to say that?
Because you knew last night I was having really bad anxiety and I don't need any more negative energy for you to now say that you're not into me wearing a tight dress.
You are my wife, and it affects me when pictures are too sexy.
Allegedly, because of incidents like this, Kanye deliberately found someone who looked like Kim and had a similar build so he could punish her. From the looks of how Bianca's appearances got more and more chaotic, people are convinced that no one can be that comfortable with being made a show pony in the name of fashion. Fans are convinced that because Bianca looks so much like Kim, Kanye deliberately forces her to come out in public this way because that is what he wanted to do to Kim. Chile, if he could have controlled Kim that much, we have no doubt that he would have done that, and Kim would have been in the situation that Bianca is right now. If this is fashion, then boy, I don't want to be around it. Now there is another side to this story that Katt Williams has been putting us on since last year. According to him, when these celebrities want to stay relevant, they do strange, embarrassing, and humiliating things so that people can keep talking about them, and they also gain favor with the elites. If attention was Kanye's intention with the Grammy stunt, he sure achieved it because according to reports, Bianca was the most Googled person at the 2025 Grammys. Not even Beyoncé's historical Album of the Year win came close, which shows how insane the moment was. But according to Katt Williams, this is all a part of the humiliation ritual. Because of the weird things that celebrities have been doing over the years, there have been reports that the elites in Hollywood order these humiliation rituals to keep the celebs in their place. Interestingly, Katt Williams has been talking about the dress ritual that has been going on in Hollywood for a long time. Now, this is allegedly a part of the humiliation ritual, and Kanye making Bianca strip in front of the cameras is another form of it, and we might be looking at the new wave specifically targeting women. During his viral interview with Club Shay Shay, he talked about how Martin Lawrence tried to put him in a dress because allegedly all black male actors dress on the SNL skit that went viral. He said that no one can say they went to a sold-out show of Kevin Hart in 15 years, and that next, he wore a dress and he became a household name selling out shows left and right. Time ago, when Kevin was asked if he was ever going to wear a dress, Kevin said you had to have boundaries to keep your brand.
Many people have been saying that Kevin Hart was getting very uncomfortable in this interview because this interviewer brought up the topic of Dave Chappelle rejecting to wear a dress, and so he asked Kevin Hart if he's been asked to wear a dress, and he said this.
The industry, they tried to make him wear a dress. Have you ever ran into that with scripts, and is that something that you wouldn't do for
Definitely haven't ran into to put on the dress. I mean, you have to have boundaries. You have to have limits that you refuse to cross. Protecting my brand is definitely a priority.
Well, fast forward a couple of years after that interview, and he's been seen wearing a dress for a TV show. He can do what he wishes, but let me know your thoughts on it.
However, barely a few years after that, Kevin Hart wore a dress on SNL, and from that moment, things picked up fast for him.
Key hominem.
This, of course, translates from the Latin to who demand.
Ego sum hominem.
Which means I'm demand. And the arms are back up for another victory lap.
So, like the dress ritual, Kanye is allegedly forcing Bianca to do this humiliation ritual because he needs to stay relevant and needs to be talked about. Like I said, Bianca Censori was the most searched name on Google, and it is not possible to talk about Bianca without talking about Kanye. Allegedly, he has brainwashed her so hard that she cannot do anything without his consent. Reports have it that it has gotten so bad that no one is allowed to see or speak to her without him being around, allegedly. According to one of her friends who talked to Daily Mail, she said, Bianca is stuck and her friends are trying to save her, but no one can because of the blockades Kanye has put up around her. Another one said, everyone is extremely concerned. This isn't who she is. She is an incredibly outspoken and lively person who's never one to keep her mouth shut, but she has no one right now and it is scary. People have even begun to draw parallels between Diddy and Kanye West, like what happened with Cassie Ventura. Most people are saying that the pattern is showing that he is completely controlling everything she does, including every aspect of her life. That's not all, but fans have accused him of being so controlling that he also shows signs that he hates it when she shows the lively side that her friends talk about. For instance, there was this video at the Grammy after party where Bianca was singing Adele's Rolling in the Deep and Kanye was beside her. However, he kept his eyes glued to his phone and was stone-faced, which to people seemed like he was not fine with it but couldn't do anything about it because they were in public. There's also this interaction between her and a fan where she seemed super reluctant to talk.
Here's the same. I suppose just a pair of shorts I wanted to see.
Yeah, I get your number.
I'm married.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, that's concerning, to say the least. It gets worse because Katt Williams once talked about how Kanye always wanted to look like a good person and hide behind his mental issues, and that's why he married Kim Kardashian. Maybe Kanye knows this, so even if this comes out as Bianca being forced, he can be absolved based on mental issues. So he may not be punished for his stunts and forcing Bianca to challenge the boundaries of public decency because he is not okay mentally. The public is at fault for making Kanye think that he can get away with what he does. Because many people made him feel like he was God. I mean, what do y'all think? The worst thing that Kanye did before this was make anti-Semitic comments. And the only punishment he got was to lose brand deals. He even bragged about how he can never be canceled, saying, "Who do you think invented cancel culture?" Now, he has completely disregarded the boundaries of decency and forced his wife to stand out in the nude. As people are saying she was forced, people are also saying that she enjoyed it. However, she had a deer in the headlights expression plastered on her face. She didn't want to be in that position. She shook her head twice. She didn't want to be there. So we are all saying she is being held hostage, allegedly. Kanye wanted to make a scene, and he did. He made a scene and then left. And according to Katt Williams, it was all planned out. Katt's claims might sound crazy, but again, this is Hollyweird, and we've heard crazier things come out of that town. This is an interesting perspective, but I want to know what you guys think about this, so drop your thoughts in the comments and check out this next video.